Explore the many sides, senses, and cultures of Seattle. See Seattle's take on dance, street food, and more through the eyes of a local and a visitor who share the same passion. Discover and uncover Seattle's many layers that enrich this vibrant city. This is Culture Trippers. The street food scene in Seattle is next level. Small communities centered around food trucks called pods are peppered throughout the city. Here, you'll find so many chef-driven meals and forward-thinking dishes. Plus, many of the food trucks have evolved into their own restaurants. And the best way to get a taste of how passionate Seattle is about their street food culture is to hit up the annual Food Truck Festival in August. In this episode of Culture Trippers, see what inspires Seattle chefs and take your palate on a street food tour of the city.
My name is Daniel Shemtob, and I'm a chef and restaurateur in Los Angeles. My food truck's called the Lime Truck. It specializes in California Mexican cuisine. It's my first time visiting Seattle, and I'm really excited to have Matthew Lewis show me around.
My name is Matthew Lewis. I'm a chef here in Seattle. I have the food truck Where You At Matt, a New Orleans-inspired Creole soul food truck that spun into Restaurant Rue in Fremont. When I first met Daniel, we were kind of laying out a game plan of what we wanted to do. First thing that came to mind was Pike Place Market.
You hear all about Pike Place Market, you see all the videos online, it's so iconic. And then you get in there, and it's exactly that. And then Matt talks to the guy and tells him to throw me a fish.
Dig deeper, Daniel! Hey!
It's just a total sensory overload.
What's it like cooking here in Seattle?
Well, you can see what we have at our fingertips at any given time. It's just constant inspiration.
Seeing all this gorgeous produce, all these beautiful colors, everything being so fresh, and all of it being so local is a total experience. When Matthew took me to the food truck pod in downtown Seattle, I was excited.
It was kind of Daniel's first glimpse into what the Seattle food truck scene is all about.
Here we are, Westlake Pod, right in the middle of downtown business district of Seattle. Cool park, games everywhere.
Yeah, there's so many games.
All different walks of life. And then you got, 5, 6 food trucks. Hit them up, sit down, relax. I mean, I don't think it gets any better than this. Do you guys have anything like this in LA?
You know, we have like meetups, but it's not like this. It's not like kind of like this community. So this is pretty special.
Next, Matthew takes me to the Space Needle. This thing is awesome. You see these amazing gold elevators that take you to the top. You get up there and you see how vast Seattle is and how beautiful the streets are and how much diversity there is in landscapes.
And you get to see all the streets, you get to see all the opportunities, be able to point out neighborhoods. Hey, that's a great neighborhood that we're in on Tuesdays. You know, that's our Wednesday spot. You know, you could look all the way to the east side. Top of the Space Needle is definitely one of the highlights of our day. The street food scene here in Seattle is strong and getting stronger. I always considered Skillet the godfathers of the whole food truck movement. To see them spin it off into a group of restaurants based off of the truck concept is pretty amazing.
Walking into Skillet is great. Seeing that he hasn't lost sight of what got him there in his soul, which is the food truck, is so beautiful.
Skillet started serving food on the street by Josh Henderson in 2007, wanting to be that legit Americana bistro food, like anytime, anywhere.
Josh took it to another level when he started it.
The Skillet's burger with bacon jam, poutine. This is one of those dishes that has made it from the street to the seat here at Skillet.
Street to the seat.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know, we could be in Seattle and not make a stop here.
I was able to show Daniel a film festival happening at Gasworks Park. We were able to actually jump on board, create some of our dishes from the Where You At Matt truck.
Getting on Matt's truck and trying to help out a little bit for service is awesome.
Two shrimp po' boys.
After pushing Matt's food out the window and making sure we're doing some good orders, I finally got to taste it, and yum. I mean, it really hit on all the points.
I think showing someone from out of town what we do that's in the business really allowed me to appreciate what Seattle has created in a food truck scene. To know that we actually probably have one of the better food truck communities in the country.
I've traveled the whole world through food, and seeing the food culture here in Seattle has been eye-opening. I mean, I feel like there's so many good restaurants and there's so many thoughtful concepts.
It was really awesome showing Daniel my restaurant Rue, inspired by the truck but elevated.
This is it, man.
This is it, man.
It looks great.
So glad you came up from Los Angeles.
Thanks, man.
So what did you think, man?
We did a whole lot, and it was amazing. The Space Needle Pike Place.
You caught a fish.
I caught a fish, man. I just want to say thank you. This has been an unbelievable experience. I love the restaurant. You've been like the host of a lifetime.
Cheers, man. To Seattle.